book guests and you don't know who they are, and intentionally, and then you try and figure out who these celebrities are because you don't know much about celebrity culture, pop culture.
Right.
And you spend the whole interview just trying to figure out who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And they play along. They know they're being booked and that you don't know who they are.
Yeah, they have to be okay with it. But yeah, I'm given a sheet of different famous faces, and then I go through and say yes, no, and a lot of times they'll stop on a picture. The producers will be like, "Wait, you don't know who this is?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "Let me pull up some other Google images." And they're like, "Okay," and I'm like, I've never seen this person in my life, and they can't believe it.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of shocking. First of all, you don't know who a lot of people are. Is this a problem for you in the real world? I mean, just outside the show, you're living out here in Hollywood. Does it happen? Does it get awkward?
I did have one of my most recent very awkward moments was I was with the creator of Star Trek in our hotel. We had come back from the wrap party, and we were at the hotel. And we were chatting before we went up to our rooms, and this woman came around the corner. This is so embarrassing. She came around the corner and she said, "Hey, Tig." And I said, "Oh," I said, "Wait, were you just at the Star Trek wrap party?" And she said, "No, I'm Anne Hathaway."
Oh. That's a big... It's a very well-known A-list celebrity, Anne Hathaway.
She said, she followed it up with, "I met you at the Beck concert." And I was like, "Oh, right." And then I went home and I told Stephanie, my wife, and she was like, "Oh my gosh." She said, "I can't believe Anne Hathaway is explaining who she is based on meeting you at a Beck concert." And she said her response should have been, "I'm Anne Hathaway from Anne Hathaway."
Now, has this been an issue? Like, when you go and see a movie, do you know who people are? If you and your wife go and see a movie, do you, know who the people on the screen are?
We don't see a lot of movies. Well, I'll watch movies with her at home, and I think it's like reading. When I watch something, I fall asleep, and so it takes me... We'll watch a movie and it'll take 3 nights to watch a movie. And one of our first dates, we went, I was actually just interviewed by CNN about this show, and I was telling the interviewer on CNN about how when Stephanie and I first went out, we went to see a movie, and I leaned over to her and I said, "Who is that guy?" And this is what I told the interviewer on CNN, that I said, "Who is that guy?" And Stephanie said, "You don't know who that is? That's Al Pacino."
Oh my God.
And I was like, I didn't. And then when Stephanie read the CNN article, she was like, "It wasn't Al Pacino. It was Robert De Niro."
You even got that wrong.
Yes, I got that wrong.
That's fantastic.
But it's truly just, I follow music, I follow documentaries, I follow the news, and some politics, but it's nothing against anyone.
Some of it's pretty shocking. Here's a clip of Under a Rock, and here you're talking to someone I would think you would know because she has been on a very popular TV show for a long time, Julie Bowen, and you have no idea, which is, let's take a look.
Okay, so this is your Bo.
Bo is part of the name.
Bo.
It's one of the syllables.
That's it.
What do you usually shoot with?
Arrow.
Right, but then what's the phrase?
Bowen? That's your name? Bowen?
What's special about the bow? Look at it, Tig. What's on it? What makes it special? Jewels.
Bo and Jules. Your name is Bo and Jules.
Almost.
Good for her for putting up with that.